Purim! Today on Feed Me Bubbe.
When I need some good kosher food, there's only 3 words I need to know. Feed me Bubbe.
Today we're going to talk about Purim. Purim is a very happy and fun holiday for old and young alike. It's an exciting holiday and everybody lets loose from old to young with costumes and parties, you name it. And it all comes about with the history of King Ahasuerus, who was the king of Persia, and his beautiful Queen Esther, and her uncle Mordecai, and Haman, who was the villain. Haman wanted to take over the kingdom, and so it caused a lot of commotion and problems. But thanks to Queen Esther, she informed King Ahasuerus of his plotting, and as a result, the Jews were saved. And there were many different traditional things that are observed on Purim. One is the Hamantaschen, which is a little 3-cornered cookie filled, and it's reminiscent of Haman's 3-cornered hat. And then there's the Shalachmanis, which is baskets, a few, maybe an orange and a small bottle of wine or fruit, and that's given to neighbors and friends. And the other thing is tzedakah, charity. And the third thing is the Purim feast, known as a Suda, which is a meal. And it's served on Purim afternoon, after the Megillah readings the evening before and the following morning. And we serve turkey, and it's traditional. Well, Avram, I need a little help from you. Help me explain why turkey is served.
Wait, what do you need?
You can do better than I can. Explain why we serve turkey on Purim.
Well, turkey happens to be a traditional meal that takes place, as you said, during the Suda, during the feast, and the reason why, during the Megillah reading, there's the word hodu. The Hebrew word for turkey is turnagol hodu. So because hodu is at the end of the word turnagol hodu, it's kind of fun to have turkey on Purim.
See, I knew you could help me on that explanation that I can do. Thank you.
Good, are you all set? Ready to go?
Yeah, now I have to tell what I'm going to make, but I'm ready.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Okay.
I'll get back behind the camera.
And what we're going to do today is, I happened to be in the market, and they had a special on turkey drumsticks. And I said, that would be something different to make. I like the turkey drumsticks. They're not too fat, it's a good meal. But how am I going to do it? Oh, I know how. I'll make sweet and sour turkey drumsticks in the slow cooker. This way it's easy, you don't have to watch it, and you can make a delicious meal. And let's begin. And the first thing I'm going to do is mix my sauce ingredients together. My sweet and sour soy sauce, duck sauce first. And then my soy sauce, a half a cup of the sweet and sour duck sauce, 1 teaspoon of the soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of ketchup. And by the way, this sauce can be used on chicken. You can use it for the grill. You can use it for baking. I like to use things that I find on my pantry shelf. 1 teaspoon of vinegar, any type of vinegar you have in the house. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1½ teaspoons of onion powder. You can use fresh garlic too, but I'm trying to make it as simple as possible with things that you have available on the shelf. And now we're going to ready to stir this all together. I'm mixing the sauce thoroughly because it's a thick sauce. The duck sauce is thick, but it makes a very good coating. And then when it's all cooked, like a gravy on top of the meat, makes a delicious flavor. Just make sure it's thoroughly mixed. And the next step is to prepare the turkey drumsticks. And I like to rinse them off in cold water and then pour boiling hot water over it like my mother used to do. Make sure they're clean before I begin the cooking process. And I have to do that in the sink. So we'll take care of it and do it in the sink. And now I'm going to take care of the turkey drumsticks. Place them in my bowl that I use. Give them a quick rinse with cold water first. And then I have to take boiling water pour the boiling hot water over the turkey. This way you're sure it's clean. Take my knife, clean it thoroughly. Make sure there's no pin feathers. Give a quick rinse. Get my plate. There's a pin feather. Just pull it when it's hot water, it'll come out right away. And now I've removed the pin feathers and checked my drumsticks. We're ready for the next step. Them in the crock pot. You don't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be exact. It'll all blend in beautifully. Place one in my crock pot. And this is the next one. And then take the rest of the sauce and pour it over. I'm going to start my slow cooker now. The cover goes on, the plug. And then what I like to do is put it on high for about a half an hour. And then after the half hour, put it on low and let it stay, 7 to 8 hours. Each one knows their crock pot and how it cooks. Leave it on for a long time, and when it's done, you're going to have a delicious turkey where the meat will fall off the bone and the sauce. And when this is done, I will proceed and show you how I plate it.
And now it's time for the Yiddish word of the day. Bubbe, what's today's Yiddish word?
Well, today's Yiddish word I heard on the television the other day. Susie Almond was a guest on one of the television programs, and she used the word vermischt. Imagine, there's so many Yiddish words that are used in English. Before you know it, it'll be in the English dictionary. And vermischt means mixed up.
You're probably helping with all the Yiddish words that you've been providing a Yiddish word of the day every episode.
I'm surprised that they're incorporated in the English language and they're used so well. So today, vermischt, mixed up. Oh, and because it's Purim, I have to tell you something. Avram surprised me. You see this cape that he's wearing? I made it for his mother, for Queen Esther. This was her picture. This is Avram's mother, and she was going to a Purim party, and she needed a costume. So I thought, how am I going to do that? So I went and got a yard of wide whale corduroy in royal blue, or you could use purple, and cotton batting, and I basted it around, and before you know it, she had a royal cape. Look at Avram's. This would be the ermine, and this is the royal cape. And Avram came in today, and he says, Bubbe, look what I have. You know, I think it'll be in good condition for a third generation.
I found it in the closet this morning.
Everyone, have a happy Purim.
We'll be right back.
And now I'm ready to take my turkey drumsticks out of the crock pot. It's cooked. Shut it off, pull the plug out, and take my cover off. Let me check to make sure. Oh yes, nice, very nice. Let's see now if I can lift them up. They're pretty good sized ones. There's one. Whoop. And my second one. There. And I'm going to bring it to the table. And now I'm going to show you how to serve the turkey drumsticks. Informally, you can serve 1 drumstick per person. However, it's nicer if you slice it, and it isn't that difficult. Take your knife and just slice it. However, one thing, if you have small children, you have to be a little careful because the tendons in here really should be taken out. And don't be afraid to use your fingers. Lift it up a little bit, trim it down carefully, and let me show you how I plate it. You have to be careful, but these little pieces are strong. For small children, just check it out. Put it in my plate. Or if you like, you serve it family style, whichever. And figure 1 drumstick per person. And it's delicious. It's dark meat, but it isn't fat. And this is like I like to serve my Purim Suda. I have my turkey, and then there's plenty of delicious sauce and gravy that you can pour over it. Gives it a delicious flavor. And because poppy seeds are well known to be served at Purim, I have noodles with poppy seeds and mixed with a little bit of olive oil. I'll have those my recipe on the recipe page how to make them. And then I have mixed vegetables, which is ideal. And along with this, I have my special cake that I like to make for Purim, lemon poppy seed cake. And that can be done with a yellow parva cake mix. Also will be on the recipe page. Es Gesundheit. Enjoy.
Hi kids! Let's learn something about the story of Purim. It all starts with an evil man that we call Haman.
Let's go! When I say Haman, make some noise. Haman, Haman. When I say Haman, make some noise. Haman, Haman. And if you ain't got no love, like I ain't got no love for any man who tries to do what Haman does. Put your groggers in near all the girls and boys. When I say Haman, make some noise.
Haman was with the attitude. I don't know why you're trying to get us so mad at you. Mic check 1, 2, then a high for who. You tried to make us cry, so we laugh at you.
Now hold on, who the heck is this who is not bowing to me? My name is Haman, I ain't playing, you should cower to see me. The king, second-hand man, Mordecai stands. No, he doesn't bow to every Jew in the land. It's gonna get what is coming, the king has got my instructions. And when you see us coming, Jews, you better be running. I'm feeling good as can be, these Jews are ceasing to be. And now the king and queen has called a special session for me. They want to know how they should show appreciation, elation. I tell them dress them up in the king's clothes and get to parade. And thought they was talking about me, but now my head's at the feet of Mordecai who's in the right. Now tell me, how could this be?
Haman was with the attitude. I don't know why you're trying to get us so mad at you. Mic check 1, 2, then a high for who. You tried to make us cry, so we laugh at you. Haman was with the attitude. I don't know why you're trying to get us so mad at you. Mic check 1, 2, then a high for who. You tried to make us cry, so we laugh at you.
Oh no, no, this cannot not be, there must but be a mistake. I'm so humiliated that my words have started to shake. Indeed, all the Jews will die, but the ice on the cake is when Mordecai is hung high from a 50-foot stake. I'm going back to the feast. I think the king will at least have me at his table, probably save me a seat. Yeah, my power's ridiculous. I will wear the crown, and Mordecai's dead body from the stake will have to bow down. But when I enter the center, I am presented by Esther as the evil Haman. Haman, this is offensive. Haman, now Haman is swaying high up above, he is hanging, and Mordecai is below with the crown and saying,
Haman was with the attitude. I don't know why you're trying to get us so mad at you. Mic check 1, 2, then a high for who. You tried to make us cry, so we laugh at you. Haman was with the attitude.
This podcast is part of the Blueberry Network, where listeners and podcasters come together.
Blueberry.com